Welcome to the Worldsmith of Chicago, Illinois, nonprofit home video and artworks creations. In this particular video, we will be looking at the Jerusalem Temple Mount Dome of the Rock octagonal building structure in the Middle East, where we see stone rectangular window frames that has the Babylonian style pyramid image of the book of Genesis 49, chapter and 8 verse, fourth son of Jacob, who's referred to as the black African couching lion Sphinx of ancient Giza, Gaza, Palestine, Ethiopia, and Jerusalem. We now see the African Sphinx of Psalms 105th chapter 23rd verse as he enters into ancient Egypt amongst the 12 sons of Jacob, where we currently see him today in front of the Isaiah 19:19 Giza pyramids. When we look at the fourth son of Jacob as an E7 Sphinx or lion Sphinx, African face upon a lion's body, as seen upon the Curiosity rover Martian land surface images. This would be the SOL1003 Curiosity rover image. So when we look at the African Sphinx on Mars, we are looking at the aerial view African pyramid that has an apex on Mars. This places us into a recent time frame. Now, when we go back to the pyramids in Africa that has an apex, what we're looking at is a 10,000 year or 20,000 year historical period. So we have a 10 to 20,000 year window in which we see the African pyramids on Mars rising out of the Martian land surface area. Because of the pyramids on Mars, aerial view land surface stealth pyramid lines, we see the African atom as the 41.2 degrees north stone face of Sidonia. So this is Genesis 2:7, over here the African Adamic race that's connected to Iraq's Babylonian style pyramid civilization of Ham that's recorded in Psalms 105th chapter 23rd verse. So as we see the 12 sons of Jacob leaving Iraq, Babylonian style pyramid civilization of Ham, as they crossed the Euphrates River in the Middle East, they brought the style pyramids of Saqqara, in which we see in South America, Tiwanaku and Pumapunku. They are mirror images of the globe earth stealth pyramid Mercator projections as it relates to the Dome of the Rock outer wall stone rectangular window frame Babylonian stealth pyramid E and 784 window image. So when we look at the projections on a map or globe map, we must first look at a North Pole concentrically viewed map image of planet Earth in order to apply the globe earth African stealth pyramid Mercator projections. What is a North Pole concentrically viewed map image of planet Earth? Well, it's the image when you place the basketball-shaped Earth at your feet and look straight down upon it. When you take the spokes in a bicycle wheel and place it a small bicycle wheel and place it halfway level within the basketball in which you're looking down at your feet, you will see that the longitudinal and latitudinal lines arises from the octagonal equatorial perimeter of the globe Earth, and the nuts and bolts area of the bicycle wheel would be the 75 degree Arctic Circle area. Well, the 90 degree mark, but when we look at the in geography, so when we go back to the globe earth stealth pyramid Mercator projection, we see that the only lines in Africa that conforms to a globe earth Babylonian stealth pyramid Mercator projection on Mars, to the Mars face, is the Apotem lines. Now that's the side lines of an African pyramid. So if you look at the side corners of a pyramid rising up from the ground and going straight up to the apex, that's called the Apotem lines of the African pyramid in Egypt. Now this Apotem line of the African pyramids, which was created to Alien 33, is a black-skinned, blackish gray extraterrestrial that landed upon Mount Sinai in Ezekiel's biblical will within the world like U.F.O in the Old Testament. So when we go back to Mars, we see the same 1952 online film footage of a gray alien film inside of UFO. The same UFO in 1952 that when it appeared in the skies of Jerusalem, the Yom Kippur War was started by the illegal invasion of the Greek and Roman inhabitants of Jerusalem. And they called that inhabited area Israel today. However, Israel belongs to the 12 sons of Jacob. This is the Islamic Aramaic Dead Sea Scrolls speaking 12 sons of Jacob of Psalms 105th chapter 23rd verse. As they left Iraq in the Middle East and crossed the Euphrates River, they left the Babylonian style pyramid civilization of Iraq. And this is where we see the fourth son of Jacob that was denied in theological racism by the 1611 King of England when he appointed 72 Greek and Hebrew scholars to decode the Islamic Aramaic Dead Sea Scrolls, in which we see today as the English Bible, which is a mistranslated 400-year-old false man-based religion, in which denied the globe earth style pyramid Mercator projection of the fourth son of Jacob, which is the African Sphinx couched down in front of the African pyramids in Egypt. So, when we look at the Mercator projections of the first black man in Africa, what we're looking at is, if you stand in front of the African pyramids in Egypt and look straight forward at them, you're going to see 1, 2, 3 triangles. You get it now? So what is the 1, 2, 3 triangles in which appears in your horizontal view of the Isaiah 1919 biblical African Ethiopian pyramids of the Lion Sphinx in front of the Giza pyramids? This is what I call theological racism by the 1611 King of England that denied the black African Lion Sphinx of the entire African continent. So when we go back to the globe earth style pyramid Mercator projection of the black African Lion Sphinx, we see 3 triangles. Now these 3 triangles are the Apotheum line image of the African pyramid in Giza. So when we talk about drawing the Babylonian style pyramid, or the first black African style pyramid civilization of Ham, that the book of Psalms 105th chapter 23rd verse speaks of as the 12 Islamic Aramaic Dead Sea Scrolls speaking sons of Jacob, we must go back to the Babylonian style pyramids of the 12 sons of Jacob as they appear on the Iraq's Babylonian style pyramid temple walls of the first black African civilizations of Ham. So when we look at the Mars face corresponding to a Babylonian style pyramid line, you must look at the original 1976 Viking frame 35A72. This is the Viking frame that was taken by the National Space Administration of the 5 African pyramids on Mars. So when we look at the aerial viewed image of the 35A72 National Space Administration 5 Sidonian pyramids, we see the globe earth style pyramid Mercator projected lines of the first black African civilizations on Earth.